So today, Israel announced another forced displacement of Palestinians in Gaza. So they've dropped leaflets over the north of Gaza, and the north of Gaza has been absolutely ravaged. The people there are suffering what the UN have described as targeted starvation, well, across Gaza, but particularly in the north. It has been completely destroyed, and barely anything has been able to get into the north the whole of the past 7 months. Now, the people in the north are the ones that couldn't get down south earlier. They're completely living in rubble. There is such little supplies for them in particular. And now they're being forced to march, a forced march, where we heard that before in terms of the mass killing of people. They're being forced to march from the north of Gaza down towards the south through safety corridors. However, we know, as per Israel's own soldiers, that these safety corridors are very hard to define, and whenever anyone strays out of these safety corridors, Israeli soldiers will shoot at them on will because the soldiers are bored. So they'll shoot at people who are just walking. And we've seen live footage of Israeli soldiers shooting at people on these forced marches. It is abhorrent. The UN are still saying it's a terrible, disgusting thing, but haven't stepped in. At this point, you would have thought maybe they'd put in peacekeeping troops, but no, they're simply allowing the Israelis to do what they want. The UK and the US aren't doing anything about it. The US, all they're doing is basically making it harder and harder for you to critique Israel. The UK have said, well, Starmer said he had a phone call with Netanyahu, but, you know, who knows? We know the US is trying to pressure the UK to start delaying the ICC again with their goals to try and get an arrest warrant for Netanyahu. So, whilst Israel forcibly marches Palestinians who are starving from the north of Gaza down to the south so they can even more effectively kill them all, Israel's allies are making it harder and harder for you to point out what Israel is doing.